Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your home for Wethersfield Eagles High School Soccer. We are live tonight from Sage Park in Berlin. It is boys varsity soccer. Wethersfield on the road for a rematch against the Redcoats of Berlin. But before we get to this one, we're going to take a quick look back at a recap of the girls' action. The Wethersfield varsity girls hosted Berlin earlier today in a rematch from a game September 5th, and we're going to take a look back at one of the highlights from that first matchup. Up from the back, looks like that was Shadorowski. There's a shot going toward the goal. Wow! What a rocket from Eliana Sapala at the 16-16 mark puts Wethersfield up 2-1. That is absolutely the shot of the night from this one in Berlin. And that was back on September 5th here in Berlin. Wethersfield girls battled the Redcoats to a scoreless first half and then came away with a 3-1 win in that one. The rematch today in Wethersfield, earlier 3:45 today, it was again scoreless at the half, and Tom, the final came out 3-1, just like the first one.
Yeah, mirror image game from that one we just showed the highlights from, and hot off the press, we're getting some texts from Catone Field. Kayla Bonfiglio, all 3 goals for Wethersfield today. Wethersfield has 10 goals in their last 2 games. She has 5 goals, 5 assists. She's accounted for a goal or assist on all 10 of the Eagles' last 10 goals in the last 2 games.
That is an amazing stretch, and we will be back for girls action Wednesday afternoon, 3:45 at home against Newington. But we're going to turn our attention to the boys' side now. The Eagles come into this one tonight with a 5-game win streak, including, Tom, a dramatic senior night Friday at home.
Yeah, it was an exciting night for the Eagles, and while I thought this would be a little bit of an easier road for the Eagles against a winless Maloney team, Tariq Alihadzik scores the game's only goal from Damian Sardo right there, 23-14 left in the game, and that's where we'd end. 1-0 win on senior night. A senior gets the goal.
All right, and so now tonight, Wethersfield, with a 6-2-1 record, looks to avenge one of those 2 losses against a good Berlin Redcoat team here. And, Tom, we're going to take a look at how these 2 teams stack up side by side.
Yeah, let's look at the tail of the tape. The second time these 2 teams have met this season. 19 total games between the 2 teams and only 3 losses, and one of those was head-to-head. You see both teams have scored about the same number of games. The Eagles have scored a few more. Both teams have allowed 8 fewer than 1 a game. So this might be if you score first, you're going to win this game.
And speaking of scoring first, we're going to take a quick rewind back to the season opener for both teams in Wethersfield. It was scoreless at the half, and then Berlin able to break through.
Yeah, this was a game that Wethersfield got off to a decent start possession-wise, but was never able to get anything in the back of the net. And then in the second half of a scoreless game, Ramo Amatovic gets called for a PK right there. Refs are going to discuss it. They uphold it. And Tommy Francolangia scores on the PK to put him up 1-0. We think that's going to light a fire under the Eagles, but no, it lit a fire under the Redcoats. And moments later,
Sam Obayami, I believe, on the second goal.
Yeah,
Abayomi, I should say.
Good individual effort there, left-footed goal. That makes it 2-0, and that's where we would finish.
All right, with that, folks, we are just about ready for action. We're going to turn things over to public address announcer Mike Soboleski for introduction of the starting lineups here from Sage Park in Berlin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sage Park. Today's game is between the Wethersfield Eagles and our own Berlin Redcoats. And now for our starting lineups. For Wethersfield, number 4, Ramo Amatovic. Number 7, Tariq Alihadzik. Number 21, Ian Daigle. Number 11, John Fraga. Number 3, Luca Iannucci. Number 1, Joseph McKenna. Number 5, Lionel Naharo. Number 6, Joao Vizcarra. Number 8, Mateus Cicchinelli. Number 10, Damian Sardo. And number 12, Gus Spader. And now for your Redcoats. Number 1, Victor Naparowski. Number 4, Cole Pike. Number 6, Ryan Sullivan. Number 7, Alex Mullis. Number 8, Jacoby Urnaga. Number 9, Samuel Abayomi. Number 10, Sebastian Karwowski. Number 12, Cooper Ramirez. Number 17, Captain Camden Nardelli. Number 21, Matthew Ritzkewitz. And number 28, Captain Tommy Francolangia. At this time, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, we're just about ready for kickoff here. It is Wethersfield at Berlin varsity boys soccer. Eagles are going to be in white, and the Redcoats in their home reds. For this one, we're going to take a closer look now, Tom, at the Wethersfield starting 11.
Yeah, Dave, as the season wears on, you start to get a little bit more comfortable in a formation. We've seen Coach Yakum use this 3-2-3-2 the last few games. Ian Daigle in for Juan Macias, who we got our first look. He's got a boot on his left foot. He's injured. Daigle, Amatovic, and Spader along the back. Midfielders Naharro, Vizcarra, Sardo, who is quietly the team leader in assists this season. Fraga, Cicchinelli, and up top, Tariq Alihadzik, Luca Iannucci with McKenna in net.
All right, as we talked about in the pregame, Tom, this is a rematch. These two teams met in Wethersfield on opening day of the season back on September 3rd. It was scoreless at the half, and as you showed in the highlight clip, Berlin able to get the better of it. And right in the middle of the action was their star, Tommy Francolangia. He is their leading goal scorer on the season.
Yeah, he's a handful, and he's going to have a handful himself going against Ramo Amatovic all game. We think both teams. We've seen Nardelli on the back line for Berlin. It's going to be tough to get goals here. You know, this factors to be a 1-0, 2-1 game, low-scoring game. And but yeah, to your point, Francolangia, 11 goals, 9 more than the next closest teammate. He's going to be the focus of Amatovic in the back line for Wethersfield.
11 of the 19 goals scored by Berlin come off the foot of Tommy Francolangia. That's 58% of their scoring. And he by himself has outscored the Berlin opponents this season. They've only given up 9 goals on the year.
And he's only a junior.
As a reminder, please be a fan, not a fanatic, by supporting and cheering for your players, letting the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Thank you.
And as the teams take the field, we're just about ready for kickoff. The sun sets on the far side behind the trees. Beautiful night for soccer here in early October. Lights are on. Wethersfield and Berlin. Here is the kickoff. Redcoats off with the ball. There's Frank Alanga. He's one of the two juniors wearing the captain's band. The other is defender number 17, Cam Nardelli. Eagles play out of the backfield. Here is Gus Spader. Nice pull back, switches over. Ramo Amatovic. Tom, last game dubbed him Big Rig. We'll see if that nickname sticks as the season goes on. Here's Nardelli now looking to chase the ball down for Berlin. Goes over the side as Iannucci made a run.
And Dave, the reason for that nickname is sometimes Wethersfield can be a little bit slow in the first half to put some in the back of the net. And he plays center back and just, I think at some point he just starts itching and saying, I can do this myself. And he makes a couple of those runs up top. And when he does, his teammates get him the ball.
Just about a minute into the action here. Wethersfield trying to keep the ball in the offensive half. Berlin, as Cooper Ramirez boots it, trying to send it the other way. Goes far side to number 21, Matthew Rzetkwitz. Settled by the Eagles in front of the Wethersfield bench. Pull back comes to Ramo Amatovic.
Lots of space here.
Plenty of space to operate.
Look at Fraga running.
And down the side to Chignelli. Goes over his head, but he's going to get to it. Two defenders converge, and nicely done by Berlin initially. And there's Ramirez with a boot as Berlin tries to play it out. Good touch, though, from Fraga for Wethersfield. Gets it back to Vizcarra. He goes toward the center circle. Leo Najarro now. Here's Amatovic into the offensive portion of the field. Vizcarra tries a quick touch to Chignelli, but taken away by Berlin. Redcoats now look to move the other way. Here is Tommy Frankalanja. Ball played through, trying to thread the needle. Good step from Daigle on the side there for Wethersfield. Down the side we go. Sammy Abayomi had the second goal for Berlin in that 2-0 win to start the season in Wethersfield.
Yeah, and that was a big goal too. You know, 1-0 late. Wethersfield trying to steal back the momentum, and he quieted everything down with that 2-0 goal.
So we are glad you could join us here tonight. As we mentioned, in Wethersfield earlier this afternoon on the girls' side. Wethersfield comes away with a 3-1 win over Berlin. That was earlier today at Catone Field in Wethersfield. We've got varsity boys here tonight. My name is Dave Gustafson. Alongside me is producer, director, analyst extraordinaire Tom McCarter. And with us on camera duties tonight, Ephraim Powers and Charlie Aglico from the Wethersfield JV team. And Tom, the JV squad able to play here on the turf at Sage Park before this one, and a nice result.
Yeah, 2-0 win. Goals are scored by Andrew Belowick and Amin Osmanovic.
So well done for Coach Tony Gomes and the Wethersfield JV team, continuing to have a great season on the JV side. We're just about 3 minutes into this one, 37 even to go here in the first half. Varsity soccer, Berlin, Wethersfield, two teams playing outstanding soccer. As we highlighted in the beginning, only 3 losses between them, and one of those is the Berlin win over Wethersfield head-to-head. Eagles on the attack down the far side past the Berlin bench. Sardo makes a cut. See if he can cross. It deflects and played out of there. Nicely done by Cole Pike for the Redcoats. Here comes Berlin trying to mount the counterattack. Ball is up ahead. That is Sebastian Karwowski.
Doesn't have much help right now. He's got to do it all himself.
And he's inside the 18, though, able to cut back, create some space. Nice layoff there. And Abayomi's going to have a chance. That goes high and over the fence into the trees.
That would have been good from 50.
That was well played as Karwowski took on 2 defenders.
And he did a good job holding the ball up and delaying, bought his teammates some time, and he actually found one of them. He went 1-on-3, and Berlin attackers hustled into the play, and they ended up getting a shot towards goal, at least out of it.
Wethersfield trying to come the other way. Nice kick there from Joey McKenna in net. Chipped ahead by Najarro. Nardelli's going to let that one roll, and that is Berlin keeper Victor Naparowski.
And good to see him there. The first half of the season opener, C.J. Smith and he collided. He came out of the game, and a field player, I believe it was Ryan Sullivan, played the rest of the game in net.
With no gloves, if you remember. Came into the game, played net for that second half.
And picked up the win.
Ended up getting the win in relief. And thankfully, Naparowski only missed that second half, we understand.
We've got some good sources on the Berlin side.
We appreciate all the help, and as always, we appreciate the hospitality here at Sage Park. Athletic Director Dave Francolangia and the entire staff here always very welcoming when we ask for the opportunity to stream from Sage Park. Good action so far. Nobody really able to put anything on net at this point. Amatovic in the backfield now for Wethersfield. Still got plenty of space to operate. He's going to cross the midline. We'll see what he does with it. Near side now to Matti Cignelli. Oh, he tried to play Fraga and just miscommunication on that one, Tom.
Yeah, just not on the same page there, but they'll connect later on.
Abayomi now goes back to Ramirez. Touch now for Jacoby Uranaga. Plays through center circle. Down goes Vizcarra. Here come the Redcoats now. Tommy Francolangia with a full head of steam approaches the 18. Abayomi now with a chance, and that's in the back of the net for Berlin. 34-09, and the Redcoats are on top of Wethersfield 1-0. Sammy Abayomi with the goal for Berlin.
Berlin number 9, Samuel Abayomi.
Yeah, let's take another look at how this one happened. Some room down the middle of the field. Look at Francolangia. Gets Amatovic to commit, plays it to the right. It goes off Spader into Abayomi and into the back of the net.
So
Berlin, just like last game, gets out to a 1-0 start.
Much earlier in this one, though. Not even 6 minutes in, and the Redcoats are on top. Wethersfield playing from behind now early. Something they have not been accustomed to over this 5-game win streak. The Eagles have scored 17 goals in those 5 games. So the offense has been clicking. We'll see if they can find a way to get something toward the net in this one. But so far, Berlin's defense has been holding down the line. Naparowski in net, going to take the goal kick here. Right arm is up. Redcoats on top of the Eagles, 1-0 off the goal from Abayomi.
He loves playing against Wethersfield. 2 of his 3 goals, I think, this season come against the Eagles.
That does look to be correct.
Oh, and a
wow.
rip from Naharro goes over the crossbar.
Into the fence, it rattles, so Naparowski will grab it. He's going to take the short ball as the Redcoats will look to play out of the back. Iannucci tries to apply pressure against Ramirez. Now it comes toward the midline. Ball rattles and tapped over. Here's Abayomi. Not going to get to it here as it goes over the side. So a throw for Wethersfield. First sub of the game in for the Eagles. This is an early substitution for Coach Joachim, Tom, as we're just over 7 minutes into this one.
Yeah, Joe Baby gets his first action here, and he's been a pleasant surprise this season for the Eagles. Did not play in the season opening game against Berlin, but he's getting a lot of minutes as the season wears on.
Here is the throw, comes in from Spader, gets over the head of Iannucci, headed by Ramirez for Berlin. Wethersfield sends it the wrong way, and here comes Karwowski again, playing ahead. Berlin trying to take control. Abayomi is going to keep it in on the near side. One-on-one against Cignelli. Plays back to Uranaga. Nice move to cut back, create space, but look at Iannucci hustle in to take control of the ball. In the backfield for the Eagles, it looks like that stayed in bounds. Iannucci goes in. Abayomi has another chance to let one go. Instead plays it toward the middle. Back here is Francolangia now, trying to create space inside the 18. Nice pop away there by Spader.
Yeah, Spader, good defensive play there. If you make a mistake there, he's going to go down, and it's going to be a PK.
So the Redcoats have 1 on the board and looking for more early here as they continue to put the pressure on Wethersfield. It's 1-0 Berlin, 31:45 to go here in the first half from Sage Park. Redcoats with a throw. Ramirez comes up from the back to take it. Goes inside the 18, looking for help. Looks like Baby got a foot on that one for Wethersfield. It's going to go all the way to the far side. McKenna scoops it up before he gets to the edge of the box. Rolls it out, and Daigle going to try to play out of the back now for Wethersfield. Eagles in white going left to right as you watch along with us here tonight. The Redcoats in their familiar home reds are going right to left, and here they are again. Francolangia going to let one go. That goes wide left, but a good turn to create the space and the shot opportunity.
Yeah, Wethersfield, too much space down the middle of the field. Going back to the goal that they scored, Francolangia made about a 30-yard run right down the middle unchallenged, and he got challenged once he got to the top of the 18, but never should have had that much space. And that might be the reason that Coach Joachim made that early substitution.
So Wethersfield looks to calm things down, find the shape. 30-45 to go here in the first half. McKenna lets it go. High ball, not going to make it to the midline. Chicknelli going to head it. Going toward the middle of the field. Najarro tries to win it, but look at the step there for Uranaga, number 8 for Berlin. And here comes Abayomi now coming the other way. Got some space to operate. He's going against Joe Baby on this near side. Makes a move toward the corner. Nice step from Baby to poke it over the sideline. So it will be a throw for Berlin, but at least the initial attack is thwarted. Abayomi going to look for the throw in. Got it to Karwowski, I should say. I'm sorry about that. Here's Ramirez. Karwowski, Baby for Wethersfield. Uranaga and Iannucci battle, and Iannucci comes out with this one. He's got a head of steam. He sends it now. Tariq Alihadzik up front, one-on-one with Camden Nardelli, and good play defensively from the junior captain Nardelli for Berlin. Shut down one of Wethersfield's most dangerous offensive weapons.
Yeah, anytime Wethersfield gets a one-on-one with Alihadzik and the other team's defender, usually good things happen, but Nardelli stepped up there, made a nice play.
And there's a good defensive effort for Wethersfield on the far side as Daigle made the slide to get to that one. Prevented the pass from connecting. Fraga now down the far side, goes past the Berlin bench. Wethersfield looking to find the equalizer. Berlin's defense has been tough to this point. Najarro with a left foot chip shot toward the top of the 18. Iannucci was there, but it's going to be cleared and gets past Najarro. And here is Tommy Frankelangea going to lay it off again, looking for Sebastian Karwowski on the far side past the Wethersfield bench. One-on-one with Amatovic. Amatovic going to win it, play it off to McKenna. And Wethersfield will look to play out of the back as we go back on that far side to Ramo Amatovic, number 4 for the Eagles. Over near side to Gus Spader. Spader going to lay it off. Chicknelli is across the midline. Has trouble handling the initial pass. Abayomi steps in to apply some pressure. Goes over the side, so a throw for Spader as Wethersfield takes over possession just inside the offensive half of the field. 28-43 to go here in the first half. Redcoats on top of the Eagles, 1-0 off the goal from Samuel Abayomi. Ball played ahead by Wethersfield. Iannucci and Tariq Alihadzik both in the area, but nicely done. Alihadzik now with a chance, going to lay it off. Sardo, see what he can do with it. He goes toward the middle. Here's Fraga. He's going to unload with the right foot. It's underneath the crossbar as Neporowski got hands on it to deflect it just enough to keep that from going in.
Yeah, let's take another look at this one. Sardo plays a nice ball inside to Fraga. Got a little bit of space, takes one touch and rips it. And that one, oh man, I think that comes down on the line. I don't think it crossed the line, but it was close.
Amatovic unloads on a ball. Let's see if that hop is trouble. And it is trouble! From in the backfield, Ramo Amatovic has tied the game at 27-47. Goal for number 4, Ramo Amatovic. Tom, we've got to have a second look at this one.
Yeah, no idea if we even caught that. I was rolling the tail end of the replay, and you see here Amatovic plays it. One hops the keeper. He gets caught a little too far out, and the bounce right over top of his head. What a sequence for the Eagles. They're tied up 1-1.
And for Amatovic, Tom, that's his team-leading 6th of the season. And we are back where we started, all even 1-1. Here is Frankelangea sending the ball forward, looking for Abayomi up front. Amatovic going to head back, and there's Joey McKenna right near the top of the 18 for Wethersfield. McKenna unloads the punt. It is high. It's going into the offensive half for Wethersfield. On a bounce, here comes Iannucci looking to take control. Settles, but met quickly by Nardelli. Good defensive effort there. Ramirez now on the outside as Iannucci tries to make the turn, and a lot of contact. That's going to go against Wethersfield. Foul on Iannucci as the combination of Nardelli and Ramirez on this right side did a nice job holding off the attack. It'll be a free kick inside the 18, just inside on this near side of the field. Nardelli, one of the junior captains for Berlin, going to take it. 1-1 game. Goals coming from Abayomi, and he's got a chance now as Spader able to get a foot on the ball and send it over the side into the stands. That was well done there for Wethersfield's Gus Spader as Abayomi looked to have a head of steam moving toward the goal, looking for his 2nd of the game. He had the first goal in the 6th minute, and then in the 13th minute from the backfield, Ramo Amatovic ties it at 1. That's where we stand. 26:20 to go here in the first half from Sage Park in Berlin, and Berlin loses control. That one's going to go to Wethersfield. Throw in the backfield for the Eagles. Spader lines it up, and it looks like Coach Joachim far side. Tom has 2 more subs waiting to come in as we hit the 26-minute mark. 14 minutes gone in this one. Looks like Ozdemir into the game, as well as maybe Martinez on the far side on the back line. So Iannucci will take a seat. He had some good runs, did Luca Iannucci, and we're going to switch things up as Yavuz Ozdemir is in, number 22 for the Eagles. Spader with the throw. Looking for Cignelli, but Nardelli right at the midline to meet it for Berlin. Here come the Redcoats again. Good step from Martinez into the game. Fresh for Wethersfield. Fraga has to play it back. Amatovic has it now. Pressure comes, but he sends one over the midline, trying to find Ozdemir. Headed by Berlin. And here is Tommy Francolangelo with a move. Nice cut back to create some space. He's in the middle of the field. Wethersfield has to send him backwards. Good slide there for the Eagles, but Berlin still in control. Offensive half of a 1-1 game. Here's Ramirez making the run all the way from the back. Nice play for Joe Baby from Wethersfield. Baby still with the defensive pressure, but the Eagles keep it in the defensive half. Berlin threatening. They play back now. Nardelli has it center circle right in the giant red B that sits on the field here at Sage Park. Far side, Redcoats stay in control, in possession. Nardelli plays it. Comes back to Cole Pike, number 4. Center circle now to number 8, Jacoby Uranaga. Far side, step from Wethersfield. Matthew Rzadkowicz had a touch on the ball. Alex Molis had a touch on that far side as the Redcoats look to play it into the attacking third. Abayomi going to step to that one in front of Ozdemir. He's surrounded now by white jerseys. Good play by Joe Baby again. Uranaga forced to play it back toward the midline. This is Pike. Sends the ball forward. Abayomi's going to have a chance again. At the corner of the 18. Left-footed ball. Tries to make a cross. Looking for Francolangelo, and Amatovic steps to it to shut down the attack. Wethersfield trying to mount the counter. Ali Hodzik now. Low, tried to lay it off. Had Ozdemir making a run, but it's deflected. Nice play for Cole Pike for Berlin.
And the big rig was jumping into the play as well. He's so good. Amatovic is so good at getting his body in the passing lanes there. Abayomi made a nice left-footed pass into the box, but it was met with Amatovic right on the other end of it.
Yavuz Ozdemir, number 22, makes the throw, comes into Gus Spader. Back to Ozdemir. Good defensive pressure there from Abayomi for Berlin, and that's going to win the ball back for the Redcoats. They're going to have a throw in the backfield. And number 12, Cooper Ramirez, a sophomore on this team, is going to take it. Gets it across the midline. Good step from Spader. Ball high. Ozdemir and Spader almost collide going after that one. Popped ahead. Spader gets a header on it now. And Joe Baby battled against Uranaga, and that's going to win the ball for Wethersfield as Uranaga gets the foul call. So it'll be a kick in the backfield taken quickly by Amatovic. Looking down the side for Sardo. Far side, Sardo against Ryan Sullivan on that far side in the corner. It goes over, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Redcoats. Good defensive effort there for Ryan Sullivan, another of the juniors on this team. 13 juniors on this Berlin roster, only 2 seniors.
15 seniors for Wethersfield, so it's going to be quite a different matchup next season.
Joe Baby and Uranaga collide again, and there's going to be a whistle. And let's see, that one's going to go against Wethersfield, so those two are even now on the fouls. Kick in the backfield coming now for the Berlin Redcoats. 1-1 game, 22:15 to go here in the first half. We thank you for joining us here tonight on a beautiful October evening. There's a header from Spader as Wethersfield tries to win the ball and play it the other way. Ramirez up from the back, keeps it in the offensive half for Berlin. Collision there between Francolangelo and Amatovic. They were the two involved in the critical play in that first matchup that drew a foul inside the 18 and won a penalty kick for Berlin to get their first goal. The first time these two teams played back on opening day. In this one, we've got already 2 on the board here in the first half. Nice play. Ali Hodzik is on a breakaway. Good touch. Ali Hodzik now inside the 18. What's he going to do with it? He lets a roller go, and look at the save from Neporowski. Ali Hodzik is asking for something, but no call comes.
Yeah, Ali Hodzik felt like he got nicked from behind either during the act of shooting or right after, but no call was made. Great save by the goalie.
Victor Naparowski, one of those juniors in net. Nicely done on the breakaway. Keeps this a 1-1 game. 21-12 to go. First half. Wethersfield trying to play it in, but that is booted out of there by Albayomi. He has been active and all over the field. Frank Alangia turns it, goes up to Karwowski. One-on-one with Amatovic. And Amatovic came up a little bit holding the toe there after that kick. We're going to keep an eye on that as he looks to be favoring the right foot just a bit.
Big Rig's got a little bit of a flat tire.
I hope it's not all the way flat as that ball comes down the side. Ozdemir makes a run for it. Cole Pike battles for Berlin.
Let's take a look at this replay on the Ali Hodzik breakaway. Great ball over the top from Chicknelli. And Ali Hodzik normally converts these 1-0 with the goalie. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
All right, so it was a great play from Naparowski to stay on his line. Got his hand on the ball, and we've got a little bit of scoreboard challenge here at Sage Park as we look to get the time back. We'll update you on that. We're just about midway through the first half. It's a 1-1 game. We know the score. Headed forward by Sardo. And look at Chicknelli run through it, but Berlin there. Here is Fraga now for Wethersfield. Makes a nice move to create some space. Tries to split defenders and ends up doing it himself. Ball still on his foot. Down he goes, and Berlin's going to come out of there with it. 1-1 game, about midway through the first half. Frank Alangia near the center circle. Has to stand it up. Now crosses the midline. Redcoats with possession in the offensive half, far side. Sebastian Karwowski has some space. Gets it up to Sullivan. There is number 5. That is Patrick Sullivan, a sophomore. So Ryan Sullivan to Patrick Sullivan creates the shot opportunity there. Goes high, though, and we stay at 1-1. And we're back. Amazing work here by the crew. We're back on the scoreboard, 1-1, 19-19 to go here in the first half. That is faster than I can fix anything at my house, I'll tell you that. 19-10 now as the clock continues to roll. First half action. It's been a good one so far. Each team with a goal.
Yeah. Much more entertaining than game 1 of the season, but that's to be expected.
Two outstanding teams here. Came into this one collectively with only 3 losses, and one of those was a given because they'd played each other once. So here we are. Wethersfield in white moving left to right in the first half. And we see several members of the Wethersfield varsity girls team making their way to the game tonight. They played Berlin earlier, 3:45 start in Wethersfield. As we told you during the pregame, that was a 3-1 Wethersfield win over Berlin at Catone Field earlier today. Kayla Bonfiglio with all 3 goals for Wethersfield in that one. Here is John Fraga down the far side for the Eagles now, just outside the 18, trying to make a move against Sullivan. It goes in, tried to get the ball up to Chignelli. Still in the area for Wethersfield. Top of the arc. Joe Baby makes a cut back. Lays it off. There's one going toward the goal, and that is just over. Wow. That was on target, but just a bit high.
Yeah, and good work there from Baby to elude the pressure. Cuts back here. Rolls a nice little pass to Vizcarra. Left-footed shot. Man, that almost snuck down under the crossbar.
But over it goes, and we stay knotted at 1. 17:40 to go here in the first half from Sage Park in Berlin. Redcoats in their red kits, moving right to left. Wethersfield in the road whites going left to right here in the first half. Quick throw comes in. Abayomi, number 9, has been all over the field, has the lone goal so far for the Redcoats. Cooper Ramirez now up from the back to take the throw. It is a good one. Comes in headed there by Ozdemir for Wethersfield. Abayomi, and a good step with the right foot this time from Joe Baby.
Baby got back.
17 minutes to go in the first half here from Berlin. Karwowski makes a turn on Ozdemir. Good pressure from Fraga, and here is Amatovic now for Wethersfield. Amatovic has the Eagles' goal. It was from about 10 yards in the backfield. But the Eagles not able to clear it out of the backfield here, and here come the Redcoats again on the attack.
Amatovic had a goal just like that last year as well, right from midfield.
Frankalangia, give and go opportunity. That's going toward the goal off the deflection as Amatovic tried to clear it. It deflected again off of Frankalangia, but not on goal.
Yeah, good hustle. Anything can happen. That ball came off like a rocket. If that was on goal, that would have been just as difficult for McKenna to save as a normal shot.
So the Abayomi goal came in the 6th minute for the Berlin Redcoats. And then in the 13th minute, Amatovic from the backfield able to find the equalizer for Wethersfield. A high bounce, just got away from Naparowski. Naparowski came right back, though, to make a great play on a breakaway from Tariq Alihodzik just a few minutes later to keep this game 1-1. 15:45 to go here in the first half. Battle near the midline, center circle. Baby for Wethersfield. Off to Spader. Spader with a quick touch to Alihodzik. Well outside of where he likes to be with the ball. He tried to make the move to cut between two. Taken away there by Alex Molis, number 7 for Berlin. Alihodzik, number 7 for Wethersfield, able to win it back. Sends it backfield. Spader, Amatovic. Looking for the opportunity. Here comes Amatovic into the offensive half, trying to get in the play, looking for the give and go. He's got it now. Will he lay back off for Alihodzik? He does. Outside, Tariq Alihodzik. Got 1 to beat, and now 2. Down goes Alihodzik, and that's going to draw a whistle, and Ramirez can't believe it. Hands on his head there. Tariq Alihodzik, we're just about a yard outside the penalty area on the right side. It's not a terrible angle for a shot opportunity here, Tom.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a shot. With him being right-footed, it's not a great angle. I think he's going to try to find Amatovic's head near that back post.
All right, so the Eagles line up. A lot of action
now
on
for Sardo. If Sardo does take it as a lefty, he's got a better shooting angle, being able to bend it in. But I'm guessing this is going to be Tariq's ball.
3-player wall for the Redcoats. Sardo and Alihodzik both around the ball. 14:20 to go. Free kick coming for Wethersfield. And Alihodzik runs over. Left-footed ball for Sardo. It curls and goes just wide left. And that's what you talked about. Left-footed player trying to hook it in that far corner.
Yeah, Sardo couldn't have done much better than that. Alihodzik makes the run. Sardo with that left foot. And you could see it curl and curl and curl and just narrowly misses that upper left corner. Almost perfect.
Wethersfield comes up empty, though, and we stay 1-1. 13:46 to go here in the first half. Goal kick now for the Berlin Redcoats. Junior co-captain Cam Nardelli going to take it. Sends it for a ride toward the center circle, looking for his fellow captain, Tommy Frankalangia. Wethersfield able to step to it first. Here come the Eagles trying to move the ball into the offensive half. Baby with a quick touch on the far side there. Daigle back to that's João Vizcarra now with the ball for Wethersfield. Here's John Martinez Rodriguez for the Eagles. Omer Turgut now, number 16, into the game for Wethersfield. Sends it across far side. Daigle. Eagles mixing up the lineup a little bit. Here's a left-footed ball going toward the goal, and Turgut had the run, just a step behind. Nice save there from Naparowski for Berlin.
Yeah, and Sardo drove that ball low, and Turgut made about a 35-yard run over the last couple seconds and was just about a second from being there.
Step from Daigle on the far side for Wethersfield. A lot of action on the far side. Here comes Frankalangia now. Has 2 players in front of him. Lays it off for Abayomi. Those 2 up front. Whoa! The save for Joey McKenna off a beautiful shot from Samuel Abayomi for Berlin.
And McKenna's mom just arrived just in time to see that. His best save of the game and one of the better saves of the season. Joey goes all out to save that one. Headed for the upper left corner.
Abayomi looked like he had that upper 90 in his sights. It was a great kick. It'll lead to corner kick. I believe, we don't have our official stats tonight, Tom, but I believe this is our first corner of this game. Corner kick for Berlin off the Joey McKenna save. A lot of action in front of the net. McKenna's got 1 player boxing him out. A lot of action right on the goal line. High ball comes all the way through, and there's going to be a whistle, and looks like it'll go Wethersfield way. So not sure where the infraction occurred, but it goes in Wethersfield's favor They're able to turn away the free kick opportunity for Berlin. We stay 1-1. Some good action from both goalkeepers has helped keep this score where it is. We talked about Wethersfield had a breakaway, Ali Hadzik, that was saved by Naparowski, and then that save from McKenna on the Abayomi shot as Samuel Abayomi was looking for his second of the night. He's got the first one and the only one so far for Berlin. Good shield there by Vizcarra. Ball still in the offensive half for Berlin. Frank Alangia tried to cut between two. Berlin able to keep control, play it just into the backfield of Ramirez. Now all the way back to Nardelli. Iannucci making the run. Nardelli gets rid of it quickly, and now here come the Redcoats the other way. Good step.
Oh, good step, Martinez.
Martinez nicely done. Gets it up to Turgut now. Wethersfield trying to turn. Here's Martinez right at the midline on this near side. Now to Omer Turgut. Back to this Chicknelli. Got it off to Iannucci. Turgut and Iannucci run into each other, and Berlin's going to take over and send it to the midline.
Look at Navarro on his horse.
Here is Tommy Frank Alangia now going down the right side. Plays it ahead to himself, trying to win the foot race, and is able to send the cross. But there is Ramo Amatovic in perfect position. Got to get rid of it. Look at the cutback to create the space as Karwowski tried to cut off the passing lane. Here come the Eagles now. Omer Turgut looking for Iannucci. That's going to get away from Wethersfield. Let's see if they're able to keep possession. They will. Throw for the Eagles on this near side. Right about the 30-yard line in terms of the football markings here. As we've got a fantastic sunset on this beautiful October night. Varsity soccer, Wethersfield in white, and Berlin in red. We are knotted at 1, exactly 10 minutes to go here in the first half. A lot of contact as Iannucci and Abayomi get mixed up, and that's going to go against Wethersfield. Foul against Iannucci. Gives the ball back to the Redcoats. 1-1 game. Looks like Abayomi adjusting the cleat just a little bit. Looks to be okay. And as far as we can tell, Amatovic okay. He looked like he just took a little sting to the toe a couple of minutes ago, but all seems well. Nice header forward there from Uranaga. Berlin with the ball, and here is Uranaga again, going to lay it off to Molas. Now near side, Ramirez, left foot's one, nice hook. Played out of there by Naharo for Wethersfield. Berlin looking to move it again. And look at the bicycle kick to clear it out of harm's way. We saw Amatovic have a kick like that scored a goal earlier, just last week. Yeah. Here come the Eagles now on the attack. Iannucci lays it off, and that's going to be, I think, too much for Ali Hadzik as the keeper comes all the way out. Nice job from Naparowski to come out and bring the ball back inside the penalty area so he could pick it up.
Yeah, and good hustle from Tariq to make that play interesting the whole way.
It just seemed from the kick, from the onset of that kick, it might have been a little too much. Is out in front of him too much.
And the Berlin defender did a nice job going shoulder to shoulder with him, riding him out, letting the goalie get to that ball first.
So we stay 1-1. Berlin trying to keep possession. They've got it in the backfield with Nardelli. Now Cooper Ramirez. Looking for Abayomi now. Trying to make the turn against Martinez. Able to pop it forward. Here's Karwowski. One-on-one with Amatovic. Amatovic going to get the angle and try to play it back toward the line. Slide tackle. Amatovic goes down, and that does draw a whistle. And looks like that'll get a bit of a warning or just a discussion from the official. Nice pat on the back there. So Wethersfield will take the free kick as Karwowski goes to reclaim his shin guard. They got lost in that scuffle.
He got a lot of ball on that on the replay, but lucky neither of them got hurt because I know Amatovic kind of fell awkwardly.
So the officials did a nice job there, made the call, went in, talked to both players, diffused anything that might come of that situation, and now we got the free kick for Wethersfield. Gets past Chicknelli, flicked ahead by Tariq Ali Hadzik. Sardo chases down, but Ryan Sullivan's got a read on that one. Going to play it all the way back to Naparowski. He quickly lets one go, and here's the counterattack. Uranaga now goes far side as the Redcoats cross the midline. 3 subs waiting to come in for Wethersfield to the next opportunity. Ball played. Here's Frank Alangia, middle of the field, able to receive that ball just almost too easily for somebody who is clearly the offensive star for this team. Uranaga lets one fly, and that goes wide left into the fence. 6:47 to go here in the first half. Knotted at 1 from Sage Park in Berlin.
Yeah, one of the more exciting games we've seen this season so far, Dave. Both teams creating offensive chances end to end. This is an exciting one.
Two teams maybe looking ahead to a meeting in the conference tournament. We'll see how things. A lot of soccer to be played before we get to that point. Both these teams in the newly formed CCC South after the consolidation of the 4 divisions into 3 this season. Flicked ahead. Nice job there on the far side. Nardelli going to step to it calmly. Iannucci puts on pressure for Wethersfield. Here come the Redcoats. Good header forward now. Here's Garwowski. Going to send across. Looking for Frank Alandria. And there is Amatovic to snuff that one out.
He's making a run.
Gets it over to Turgut. Now down the near side, looking for Ali Hadzik. He holds it up. Defended by Ramirez. Ali Hadzik and plays it right off the legs of Ramirez over the side. Here's a quick throw for Wethersfield. Into Turgut. Gets over his head. Cole Pike has it for Berlin. Ramirez with a nice left foot to keep it in bounds. Joe Baby with a header forward for Wethersfield. Fraga trying to get to it. There's Fraga with a touch. On the far side, Frank Alandria, though, takes over. Tommy Frank Alandria at the midline, far side. Crosses into the offensive half of the field for Berlin. Lays it off for Patrick Sullivan, number 5. Wethersfield in white going left to right, looking to move the other way in front of the Berlin bench. And that ball does go over the far side. Official whistles it a throw for Wethersfield. And that'll get substitutions into the game for the Eagles here. Looks like Ismet Kurtzik is one of them.
Ozdemir and Fraga look to be the other 2.
All right, so the Eagles bring in 3 fresh faces as we go under the 5-minute mark. 4:55 to go here in the first half of an entertaining 1-1 game. Good soccer being played here tonight at Sage Park in Berlin. A rematch of 2 teams that played a scoreless first half in the season opener at Wethersfield, as we talked about in the pregame. The Redcoats would go on to win that game 2-0. Here's a ball into the 18. Kurtzik puts pressure on, and that forces the boot into the concession stand, and that'll be a throw for Wethersfield.
And it's a little play, but Turgut battled and battled, got his head on that, just flicked it, put them in a dangerous place, and Berlin was content to clear it out of bounds.
In it comes Wethersfield. Left-footed ball from Joe Baby, and that is saved out of the air by Naparowski. That was a nice kick. It created something out of nothing there to Joe Baby.
It's too good of a ball not for somebody on Wethersfield not to be there.
Naparowski with the high ball into the center circle. Frank Alandria got a head on it, but here's Omer Turgut now trying to turn it the other way for Wethersfield. Joe Baby and Omer Turgut are right next to each other. And look at that through ball to Kurtzik. He's inside the 18. Lays off a cross. Can Wethersfield get to it? Here's going to be a shot. Chignelli now from the right side sends it over the goal. Good ball movement, but just maybe a touch slow on that for Wethersfield.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember a play all season where about 6 guys touched it within 7 or 8 seconds. But here, Fraga lays it off to Chignelli. Just tries a little lob towards the back post. Goes wide right.
So we stay knotted at 1, 3:15 and counting to go here in the first half. When we get to the break, we'll probably take a bit of a break ourselves, but then we'll come back a few minutes before the second half starts and take a look at the first half highlights. And there have been a few of them. 2 goals, 1 for each team, and some other opportunities and good play by each of the goalkeepers in this one. Here come the Redcoats trying to take it in the backfield. They do gain possession. Frank Alandria now just at the edge of the center circle, plays back. Goes far side to Ryan Sullivan. High ball now into the offensive half, headed on the far side. Looks like Daigle got that one for Wethersfield. But there's Frank Alandria, able to claim it. Quick touch, chip shot going in toward the 18, headed, and that's going to get to Joey McKenna. So nice job there for the Eagles to keep that ball from getting all the way through to Albiyomi, who was waiting here on the left side for another shot opportunity. He's got their goal. He had what looked to be a second one about to go on the board before Joey McKenna got his hands on it. High ball played toward the Wethersfield bench. It'll be a throw for the Eagles on the far side now. In it comes. Good pressure. 2 Redcoat defenders converge there. Pop the ball over the sideline. So another throw Just about 15 yards into the offensive half for Wethersfield. A lot of traffic on the far side. Wethersfield in front of the Berlin bench now. Turn, going toward top of the arc, looking for Kurtzik. He's able to settle. Can he get past Nardelli? Nardelli with a nice poke, sends it out of there. And Berlin able to clear toward the center circle.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play by Nardelli, not just to get his body position in, steal the ball, but also to get it out of trouble.
Spader up to Joe Baby, deflects it off Albiome, so this will be another throw for Wethersfield. We're about a minute 20 to go here in this first half. Kurtzik in traffic, trying to make the turn. Nice job by Cole Pike, sends it over the inline, and that will be a corner. First one of the game for Wethersfield.
I think we might be getting overruled here. I think it's going to end up a goal kick, and I think that's the right call. I believe it redirected off of Kurtzik's leg and out of bounds.
So under a minute we go. Far side official had pointed toward the corner, but overruled by the trail official. And Tom, nice work by you to see that play develop. So we've got the kick out of the back for Berlin. Into the center circle it goes. Gets past Naharo for Wethersfield. Here comes Karwowski looking for it. Turgut with a foot on it. Spader sends a high one into the offensive portion of the field. Ozdemir is there, but so are two redcoat defenders. Nardelli gets to it, and then Sullivan. Fraga with a touch. Back to Fraga, far side. Goes one-on-one against Molas. Now able to make the turn. Ozdemir has it, lays it off. Naharo lets one go with the left foot, and that is just wide right past a diving Naparowski. Nice left-footed boot from Leo Naharo.
Yeah, another nice play here. Fraga and Chicknelli working together. Plays it to Ozdemir. Ozdemir over to Naharo, who just lets one rip. Again, another one that just missed by inches.
And that is the horn. We've reached the end of the first half. 40 minutes of action-packed soccer behind us. We are tied at 1. We will take a quick break on the audio and come back in a few minutes with first half highlights and then the second half of this game. All right, folks, we are back here. We've got about just under 7 minutes to go till the second half starts of the boys' game. It's 1-1, Berlin and Wethersfield. But we have right here in studio with us
the very own star of Wethersfield girls soccer.
The star of today's game. You heard us in the pregame talk about it, 3:45 at Catone earlier today in Wethersfield. Berlin and Wethersfield with the rematch. Like the first game, it was scoreless at halftime. And then the second half, our guest here, Kayla Bonfiglio, absolutely on fire, scored all 3 goals as the Eagles pulled away 3-1. So, Kayla, first off, is this your first hat trick that you've ever had?
Yeah.
All right, and wanted to ask, as your older sister, Bella, played for this team as well, do you think she ever had a hat trick, or is this the first one? Do you get bragging rights in the family when you go home now?
I don't think she had a hat trick. But
Okay.
could be wrong.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about the game then. So, like the first game here when you played Berlin early in the season, it was scoreless at the half. They're a good team, got some talented players. What started to go right for Wethersfield in the second half as you guys were able to find the back of the net?
We were able to get the ball up more, and the crosses were in, and it just bounced and bounced. And I read the bounce every single time, and I went in. And it's really helpful from our teammates with all the support and all the passes and all the good balls. And it's just like everyone was just so excited, and it just got us all like hyped up. And it was just a really, really good game.
And going back to the previous game where you had 2 goals and 5 assists, were you aware at any point that you've scored or assisted all of the last 10 goals across the last 2 games?
No.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and that is, you talked about passing from your teammates, and was going to go exactly where Tom went to that previous game when you dished out 5 assists. So just talk about, and we're actually going to talk a little bit more about this on Wednesday. There are 4 of you up front who are all double digits in scoring for the season. Talk about how your chemistry is working together and how you're playing off of each other and finding each other for these goals these last few games.
So before the game, we have a talk saying we need to combine more and just like get open, and it's like really helpful with our captains, Alana and Bella. They're really like putting the team together, and they're like the glue to our team, and we just combined, and it's like sometimes we can't get open, but sometimes we can, and it's just so much easier when we get open because it's just like we're playing soccer.
And how much of that philosophy has been part of Coach Cameron instilling the system that you all have now you've been playing with? A little bit of a slow start to the season. You had a 3-game losing streak in there against some tough opponents, but now really riding high these last several games. What has started to click, do you think, as a team? Because also the defense is playing well.
So with Coach Cameron as our coach, after the 3-game losing streak, it just like we just put our minds together and we just started working well. And he's a really, really good coach, and we all like him a lot. And he's really, really helpful during practices, like making sure we know what we're doing. And we just like every time he's just like there, we just know what we're doing. And it's just a lot easier having like a coach like that.
All right.
Well,
Go ahead, Tom.
We appreciate you jumping in the booth for a quick improvised halftime interview, and we love whenever we see you guys supporting the boys team or vice versa. Best of luck the rest of the way. And
we can't let you leave just yet. You've been watching some of this game. So from a coaching perspective, what are you telling the boys team at halftime now to try to break this one open, 1-1 tie at the half?
They're doing really well.
Just keep it up.
Yeah, their passes are really good.
And just do like you did and score 3 goals in the second half, right?
Yeah.
All right, folks, we are grateful to Kayla Bonfiglio. Very well done. Keep the streak alive. We'll see you guys Wednesday afternoon against Newington at Catone. 3:45 start for that one. That's our next live stream here on the network. And are you ready to go, sir, with the first half highlights? All right, let's go.
I think that was great advice from her because they are creating offensive chances. Let's go to the highlights from the first half. And you're going to see it right here. Early on in the game, Frank Alangia breaks in, and that one ends up in the back of the net. Abayami puts it in, his second goal against Wethersfield this season. And a little bit later on, Sardo plays a ball to Fraga. We slowed this one down a little bit because it hits the crossbar, goes straight down, never goes in the net. And literally seconds later, Ramo puts one from midfield, and it hops over the goalie's head. That makes it 1-1 in the first half. Ramo's team leading 6th of the season. And then the Eagles look to pour it on here. as Chignelli plays a ball over the top, and Ali Hadzik gets behind the defense, one-on-one with the keeper, and Naprowski makes a nice save there, one-on-one with Ali Hadzik. And then McKenna, not to be outdone, Frank Alangia plays a nice ball over for Abuyami, and look at that extension from McKenna. And we are all even at 1 at halftime.
All right, and going back to the quick conversation we had with Kayla Bonfiglio, we understand the assists today on her 3 goals came from Gwen Grismilo, Eliana Sapala, who's here in the stands, and also Alana Burnell. So Burnell, for her, I believe that is the 8th assist. I don't have the other ones memorized just yet, but nicely done. 3 goals for Bonfiglio, assists from 3 different players, and another nice effort from the Wethersfield defense, holding a good Berlin team to a single goal in that 3-1 win today. And we understand also, Tom, you had the boys JV score earlier here from Berlin, which was 2-0 Wethersfield. We understand the girls JV score was 7-0 in favor of Wethersfield today. So good work from Coach Tony Gomes on the boys side and Coach Devin Wan on the girls JV side.
Yeah, and the Wethersfield boys here just need to close it out, and it'll be a clean sweep.
And we're just about to hit second half action. We got about 30 seconds to go. We get things resituated here in the press box. We've got on-camera duties with us tonight. And we have a big thanks going out to Ephraim Powers and Charlie Aglico, splitting duties here on camera for this game from Berlin. Sage Park is the site. Wethersfield is in the road whites. The Eagles will be moving right to left toward the scoreboard here in the second half, and Berlin will be going the other way.
And Kayla's advice here, when you asked her about the halftime speech, just keep doing what you're doing. I think it's good advice. Wethersfield had a number of chances from a number of different players. We saw that Ali Hadzik breakaway, but Fraga hit a crossbar. Chicknelli put one just wide. Sardo bent one on a free kick just wide. So they're creating chances, and they're just missing not too far. So I think if they put another half together like they did in the first half, there's going to be a couple more that are going to end up in the back of the net.
All right, and not to be outdone, though, Berlin had some other chances as well. You showed the great save from McKenna. Abiyomi's been very active. Frank Alenja's gotten the ball a couple of times with really too much space to move in the middle of the field, which can create opportunities for other people.
He's dangerous. He leads the team in goals. He's got 11. The next closest player is Abiyomi with 3. And he doesn't play up top. He plays a little bit underneath. So when he receives it, he's kind of, in front of the back four, and he's got a little bit of space. And once he starts moving, he's tough to keep up with. So he's definitely the focus of the Eagles' defense. And if they can hold him off the board, I think the Eagles will end up in a good spot.
All right, so we've got 40 minutes of soccer left here on a big day for the Eagles soccer program, and this should be entertaining if it's anything like the first half. 1-1, we're back where we started from, all even. Eagles again in the road whites going right to left. Berlin and their home reds going left to right. As you watch along with us here in the second half, we're just about to get underway. Wethersfield will have possession to start the second half after Berlin started the game with the ball. Into the backfield go the Eagles. Long ball now played over the top by Amatovic. Nardelli there for Berlin. Ball goes over the side, so Wethersfield in the offensive half with a quick throw from Daigle. Popped out of there quickly by Berlin. That is Matthew Rzadkiewicz. Redcoats trying to take possession. There they are in the backfield. Uranaga goes far side. Ramirez plays it forward. Wethersfield going to take control. Middle of the field. Good move there by Fraga to create some space. Down the right side come the Eagles. Ali Hadzik trying to chase it down. Shielded at the last minute by Berlin. And ball goes over the end line. Looks like got a goal kick coming for the Redcoats. So 1-1 game, just a minute into the second half from Sage Park here in Berlin. Goal kick coming for the Redcoats. And they're going to line it up. Wethersfield looks to mark. We'll do our best to reset the Eagles lineup as we can here. There's a step in the center circle.
Looks like we do have, well, a little bit of a change. Martinez is out right. I think Jakob has changed the formation a little bit with 4 in the back. That seems to be the major change.
So we got Daigle, Amatovic, Spader and Martinez across the back. Midfield looks like Naharo, Fraga, Chignelli. Up front, we've got Iannucci and Ali Hadzik. Sardo also in the midfield action as well. So I think that is the 11 with Joey McKenna again minding the net. His counterpart tonight, Victor Naparowski, a junior for Berlin. Nice first half for him as well.
Yeah, both made game-saving plays. One on the Tariq breakaway, and then McKenna on the Abayomi left-footed shot there.
Daigle making the run from the back as he sent a cross, and that's going to be popped over the inline.
When you play 3 in the back, the outside backs have to be a little bit more conservative. When you go with 4, they've got a little bit more freedom to jump up in the play.
So first corner kick of the second half for the Eagles. Tariq Ali Hadzik is going to line this one up. We're near corner. Eagles have John Fraga right on the goal line. He's going to move around. Naparowski steps into the goal. Now he's going to come short. Ali Hadzik plays at near post, looking for Iannucci. And cleared, nicely done. Let's see, Naharo lets it go with the left foot. One hops wide right as Naparowski was there to pounce on that one. But lets it go over the inline wisely, so a goal kick comes for Berlin.
Yeah, that ball popped out to a dangerous spot. No Eagles were there. But, you know, a little bit unfortunate that they didn't have somebody there, but Naharo pounds that one back in and just wide of the right post.
So we're just about 3 minutes into the second half. 37:05 to go here before this one is final. Sardo for Wethersfield lays it off for Chignelli now. He's going to send a chip shot over the top, looking for Ali Hadzik. Gets a foot on it. It goes toward the goal. One-handed save from Naparowski. Nicely done again from Victor Naparowski in net for Berlin. We're going to take a second look in a minute as we get to the corner kick. And actually, so the ball came over the top. Good play. Got to Ali Hadzik. Somehow he volleyed it and put a shot right on goal that was saved by Naparowski. So we got another corner for the Eagles. Ali Hadzik has the arm up. Lets it go. Goes all the way through. Looking toward the penalty marker. Daigle had a chance on it. Amatovic chases down. Martinez sends it in toward the goal mouth. Inside the 18. Wethersfield trying to win it.
Another corner.
Going to get another corner out of that as Fraga put the pressure on up front. Wethersfield looking to strike early here in the second half. Just about 4 minutes gone.
And Chignelli is going to switch spots with Ali Hadzik here. Take the corner kick.
Ali Hadzik loves to take him, but he's also dangerous as a finisher out in the play. So we'll see what happens here. Chignelli lets it go. Goes across, looking for a header. Nobody able to get to it. Amatovic's going to turn it inside the 18. Battles against Pike. And that is going to win another corner for the Eagles. Now we go far side. We had 3 consecutive from the near side. We go far corner now for Wethersfield. Looks like Sardo is going to line this one up for a left-footed ball. So we'll see if he tries to play it out toward the penalty marker or tries to curl it in more toward the post. Sardo low ball instead, and they tried the decoy play. Popped out of there by Berlin. Nicely done by the Redcoats. Sardo with a left-footed ball going all the way across to Amatovic, and look at the save from Naparowski. Amatovic and Ali Hadzik both in the area. Amatovic able to get up and put a head on the ball, but saved again by Naparowski. And guess what, Tom? We've got a Wethersfield corner kick.
Another a good ball served here. Amatovic stayed on side, got his head on it. And Wethersfield's got to cash in on one of these. Yeah,
this is 5 corner kicks now in the first 5 minutes of this half. Here comes the ball through. And nothing doing there, and Wethersfield loses possession. Actually, it'll go back to the Eagles, but well into the backfield after that ball was booted out by Sebastian Karwowski for Berlin. So if you're Berlin's defense, you feel pretty good about 5 corner kicks and not letting anything in the back of the net. A couple of great plays from Victor Naparowski in net for Berlin.
And if you're Wethersfield, you're very pleased that in the first 5 minutes of the half, you've gotten 5 corner kicks, and a couple of good looks too, but nothing in the back of the net.
All right, so the Redcoats take over now. Throw coming from Ryan Sullivan, looking up top for Sebastian Karwowski. Amatovic's going to send one high to the night sky, and nobody's going to be there for Wethersfield. Here comes Ali Hadzik to put some pressure on, but it goes over the sideline, so it'll be a throw in the backfield now. Sullivan will take it. Number 6, Ryan Sullivan, a junior, one of the mini juniors, 13, in fact, on this Berlin roster. Ball comes in. Good defensive effort there from Daigle for Wethersfield. Midline now. Molas had it, sends it far side. Ramirez up from the back for Berlin. Nice step by Martinez on the far side for Wethersfield. Iannucci trying to win it, battling Abayomi over on the far side. half, and it comes into the offensive half for Wethersfield. Collision there as Ali Hodzik tried to go after the ball. No whistle. We play on. Abayomi has it now. Backfield for Berlin. Into the front court they go. Headed out of there by Spader, so it'll be a throw on the far side in front of the Berlin bench for the Redcoats. Or in front of the Berlin coaching staff, not quite in front of the bench as it comes into Molas. Plays it forward now, down the side. Spader going to step to it nicely done to keep it in play. Gets it over the head of Iannucci. Cole Pike sends it over the sideline, and so it'll be a Wethersfield throw on the far side. We're exactly 7 minutes into the second half, 33 to go before this one is final. It is 1-1. That's the way it stood at halftime. Wethersfield in the first 5+ minutes of this half generated 5 corner kicks, but came up empty on all of them. So we stay 1-1, Redcoats and Eagles. Down the side, it looks like Fraga going one-on-one with Pike down the far side. Let's see who's going to get the better of that one.
6th corner kick coming.
Here's another corner kick, so 32-30 to go in the second half. 1-1. Eagles line up another set piece. Let's see what they have brewing on this one. It looks like from that far corner again, Sardo will take it with the left foot.
And I like Ali Hodzik at the top of the box. He reads those plays so well. So if it's not a clean one and pops out, he's going to be right there.
Looks in near post. Gets over Iannucci.
Number 8.
And we're going to do it again. So that ball got over Iannucci, tried to get the header. Amatovic was there, but not able to make a turn on the ball. Just over 8 minutes gone here in the second half, and I've lost count already of the corner kicks for Wethersfield.
8. This might be 7.
I think it's 7.
This is where we need Antonio.
Sardo, low ball, played in. Iannucci trying to win it. Abayomi pokes it out of there, and here come now the Redcoats trying to play out of the back. Can Martinez get to it for Wethersfield? He can't. Frank Alangio with a full head of steam now, coming through the center circle. Has Spader to beat. It's a one-on-one battle. Spader against Frank Alangio, and Gus Spader pokes it out of there. That's going to roll over the end line, so it will be a corner for Berlin, but great one-on-one defensive play against one of the best offensive players Wethersfield's faced.
And we've seen Frank Alangio with a head full of steam here. He had the momentum. Spader took a couple of quick steps, contained right at the last moment, pokes it out of bounds. Great defending there.
All right, so we'll see now on their first corner kick of the second half what the Redcoats line up. Wethersfield has been 0 for 7, we believe, so far in this half. We are just 9 minutes into the second half. Kick coming from number 21, Matthew Rzadkowicz. A lot of action right inside, right around that penalty marker. Moving toward the net now. Ball is chipped. It's ahead. Amatovic with a head on it for Wethersfield. Gets it out of harm's way initially. Headed by Ramirez. Now back to Rzadkowicz. He's going to move down the right. Sends a cross, and that's going to go behind the goal. Looks like it
off the crossbar.
Off the football crossbar. So Wethersfield turns Berlin away on their first corner kick of the second half. Berlin has turned Wethersfield away on 7 corner kicks in the first 9.5 minutes of this half. We remain 1-1. Well, we said at the start of this half, if it was like the first half, it would be entertaining, and it certainly has been that. We've had 50 minutes now of very entertaining and competitive soccer as Ali Hodzik tips one and Nardelli able to step to it. That's going to go right just next, and it looks like his dad's going to make the save here on the sideline. Quick throw for Wethersfield, popped out of there by Rzadkowicz for Berlin. Wethersfield going to take it. Daigle up from the back now into Fraga. Wethersfield trying to control. Here's Daigle, still in the offensive half. Good step there from Karwowski. And that's going to draw a foul as Daigle went down. So it'll be a free kick for Wethersfield just about 2 yards inside the midline. 29:37 to go now until we reach the end of this one.
And watch the ease with which Ramo Amatovic will send this one into the box. He's got to put about 50% power behind it.
All right, so Ramo Amatovic took a couple extra yards here on this one. So about 4 yards inside the midline. He lets it go. It's a line drive all the way through and over everybody for Wethersfield. Headed by Berlin. Chignelli trying to step to it. Abayomi there, and that's going to draw a whistle, and that's going to be, looks like a high kick as Chignelli came running in.
The Karate Kid move always gets whistled.
Especially right in front of the official. 11 minutes gone in the second half. 1-1 game, but plenty of chances so far in the second here, but nobody been able to find the back of the net. Free kick. Nardelli takes it, sends it over the midline. Karwowski battled for it. Abayomi is up there. Nice job from Amatovic. That ball goes high through the trees as we look at it on the far side. Beautiful setting here at Sage Park, especially on a fall day. Some color, some foliage on that far side, Tom. And here come the Eagles now on the attack. Damian Sardo makes a move toward the inside, lays it off now. Naharo. Here is a shot going toward the goal.
Man.
Good save again from Naparowski, as Wethersfield had a rip on that one.
Let's take another look at that one. Sardo here cuts inside, feeds Naharo, who lays one across. Chicknelli sees the space in front of him, rips a right-footed shot, and another good save by Naparowski.
So some excellent goalkeeping here in this one. We remain 1-1. The final in the first matchup between these two teams was 2-0 in favor of Berlin. Both those goals came in the second half. Look at the box out there from Iannucci. That should draw a whistle, and I think a free kick for Wethersfield here. A lot of contact in front of the official. That gets called as a hooking foul in basketball against Iannucci. Offensive foul going the other way, but this way, it's Wethersfield ball. 27-24 to go. Here in the second half, here is Tariq Alihadzik.
And the trick here is not to play it too long.
Ball comes in, looking for Iannucci. It's a high one coming out for Daigle. Nardelli there for Berlin. Alihadzik now for Wethersfield. Again, Nardelli. Chipped ahead. There's a ball from Naharo. And if we're onside, this is going to be dangerous for Chicknelli. He pops one, and that's in the back of the net. Wethersfield at 26-58. Goal from Madi Chicknelli. Number 8, Madi Chicknelli pops it in. Good hustle going forward. We'll get the announcement here on the field.
Wethersfield goal number 8, Mateus Chicanelli.
All right, so 26-56 on the clock. Madi Chicknelli with the goal for Wethersfield puts the Eagles up 2-1. And for Chicknelli, that is his third of the season.
And let's take another look at this. Naharo just plays it over the top, and Chicknelli is called onside. I think the left outside back for Berlin may have been behind the other ones, keeping Chicknelli onside.
So in the 54th minute, Wethersfield finally breaks through after at least 7 corner kicks already in this half. That's going to draw a whistle, and that should be a foul against Alihadzik. Is going to give Berlin a free kick in the backfield. Frank Alangia went down, a little slow to get up, but looks like he's okay. Tariq Alihadzik, too much contact on that charge as he was trying to get another one for Wethersfield. The Eagles on top 2-1 now. Chicknelli, again, his third of the season. First half goal from Amatovic was his team leading 6th. The Berlin goal gave the Redcoats a 1-0 lead in the 6th minute. That was from Samuel Abayomi, his third of the season. That runs down the scoring as Nardelli sends a high ball and all the way into the 18. Abayomi might have a chance on that. Amatovic is there for Wethersfield, able to shield as the ball goes over the end line. So Wethersfield escapes what could have been a dangerous play on a nice free kick from Nardelli. 25-55 remaining in this one. Action-packed and entertaining game here from Sage Park in Berlin. Under the lights on a Monday night on a busy week for both Wethersfield teams.
And us.
And us. That's right. I think the teams are a little more important than we are, though. Both the girls and boys on the Eagles side play Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A little bit of contact there as Frank Alangia and Amatovic get tangled up. It goes against Berlin, so here comes the Eagles attack now. Sardo with a chip down the side looking for Alihadzik outside the 18. Got one player to beat. It's Nardelli. Alihadzik and Nardelli, two of the better players in this game. Nice move from Amatovic to create some space. That's going to lead to another corner for Wethersfield.
Yeah, great move by Alihadzik cutting back, but nice recovery by Nardelli to cut that one off and make sure that ball didn't get through to the net.
And Alihadzik is going to come back and take this one. We saw him take the first few from this corner, and then Chicknelli took a couple as the Eagles try to get Alihadzik maybe into the play. Here it comes, low ball, played ahead. Tap back to Alihadzik. He sends one across, looking for Iannucci on the header potentially. And there's a boot that is going high and over the fence, as looks like Naharo maybe got up on that one.
And while Amatovic is such a dangerous target on corner kicks, I do like seeing Wethersfield mix it up a little bit. At times they've been pretty predictable. Just serve it up in the box and hope to land it on his head. But if you do mix in plays like that, it's going to keep the defense guessing.
You know, on some of these in the second half, it looked like they've been actually targeting Iannucci to try to get him to get ahead on the ball. Not able to make that connection yet, but if the Eagles get many more chances, maybe they can find a way to do something there. That ball went forward, and Ali Hadzik not able to keep control. Goes back to Berlin, but nice step there from Chicknelli. Sardo has the ball taken away. Good defensive presence there from Ryan Sullivan. Here is now for Berlin. The ball moving forward.
Into the box. McKenna comes out.
And that's a dangerous play. Let's see if we've got a deflection, and we're going to get, is that a, not sure what the signal is there. We're talking to Amatovic. Berlin's retreating, so it looks like it's in Wethersfield's favor. Not exactly sure what went down there, as I took a minute to take a look at my notes, and
yeah, it was a harmless
action
ball
got away from me.
Served in, and just like Ramo's goal, took a nice big hop, and then everybody converged at the same time. I think McKenna didn't like the fact that he got collided with a little bit as he was going for it.
Joe Baby for Wethersfield. Nice ball going down the side. And good presence there from Abayomi for Berlin. And here come now the Redcoats. That ball was on the foot of number 18, Owen Holland, on the far side. Action in front of the Wethersfield bench now. Eagles trying to take control. Deflected by Abayomi, and it goes over into the Wethersfield bench. Looks like Coach Gomes up to retrieve that ball. Good effort from his JV team this afternoon on this turf. 2-0 win for Wethersfield. Continues a strong season on the JV side, and on the varsity side, it's 2-1 Wethersfield, 22:35 to go here in the first half. Two teams with sights set on postseason success here, as they're having fantastic regular seasons. Only one loss. Nicely defended there by Ryan Sullivan. And Wethersfield loses possession. Berlin going to take over. Coming into this one tonight, Berlin with only one loss on the year, 5-1-4. Wethersfield with only 2 losses, and one of those was to Berlin, first game of the season.
And this game feels totally different than that one. I think that game, Berlin didn't know that they're a really quality team, and now they know that they can play with anybody. They look totally different.
If memory serves, Berlin's coming in off a 2-1 win over Newington in their last game.
And Newington's having a good year as well.
And Wethersfield visits Newington 3:45 on Wednesday. We will not be there. Good, a lot of contact as Ali Hadzik and Nardelli get mixed up, and that's going to go against Ali Hadzik. Second time those two have gotten tangled. Second time that Ali Hadzik has been whistled for the infraction. So Ryan Sullivan going to take this free kick in the backfield for the Berlin Redcoats. Wednesday afternoon for us on the live stream, we will be at Catone for the girls game as they host Newington in a big time battle of rivals. The battle for
Joe Baby making a real good run here.
Oh yeah, and look at Sardo. Nice takeaway though. Good play there from Molas.
I think Sardo was one step away from hitting him with that pass.
Good step by Spader, sends it into the offensive half. Fraga trying to settle. Down goes a Berlin player, but not a lot of contact, so we play on. Chignelli left foots it ahead. Ali Hadzik, let's see if he taps it ahead. Sardo making the run. Said he goes into the middle, looking for Fraga, trying to create some space. Here's it outside now, outside the 18. Look at the move from Sardo to create space. Tries to cross. Wow. A save, and there's a turn, and another save from Naporowski. Couldn't control the first one. There was a rebound, but then he's right there to pounce on the second shot.
Yeah, what an exciting sequence here. Sardo with a great fake shot, cuts it left, keeps it low. Baby gets the goalie gets a hand on it. Baby turns and can't get enough on it to get it past the goalie. Great sequence for the Eagles.
And for Naporowski in net for Berlin, Victor Naporowski, junior keeper. Wethersfield has kept him busy tonight, but he's been up to the task. Eagles have been able to find 2 in the back of the net. And that's going to draw a whistle finally. There was a breakaway. It looked like Frankalangia had the turn, but then the whistle blows.
And the ref that made that call made it right in front of the Berlin coaches, and they were not too happy about it.
That ball is cleared. We go back and forth. Number 14, Benjamin Wyzorik, is into the game for Berlin on the far side. And Redcoats will take over. They're in their home reds here on their home field, moving from left to right in the second half as you watch along with us. Wethersfield and the Road Whites going from right to left. Near side it comes to Ryan Sullivan. Plays it ahead to number 10, Sebastian Karwowski. Ball gets away. Wethersfield going to take over on the throw quickly in from.
Tariq's got a little space in front of him if they can play it.
Daigle. Naharo now approaches the midline. Over to Sardo as the Eagles are into the offensive half, but stood up here by the Berlin defensive effort. Back in the backfield, Daigle to Amatovic. Plays it ahead. Fraga moving the wrong direction. Has to send it far side to Spader. He's got plenty of space now. Let's see if Wethersfield can find a shape here. As Spader lets one go, Ali Hodzik's going to settle. He's got some room to operate now. Closing are the Berlin defenders, but taps it over to Damian Sardo. He's got a chance to unload the left foot. Instead, he lays it off, looking for Ali Hodzik making the run. He's met there by Cole Pike. Collision. Ali Hodzik goes into the fence, but it is going to be goal kick coming for Berlin. Nice give-and-go opportunity for the Eagles. Ali Hodzik came flying through, but just not able to make the connection and turn it on net. 18-12 to go, second half, 2-1, Wethersfield on top of Berlin. We were tied at 1 at the half. Wethersfield came out, started the second half with 7 corner kicks in the matter of about 7 minutes. And then able to find the back of the net with Chicknelli in the 54th minute, putting Wethersfield on top 2-1. That's where we stand. 17:45 to go before this one is over. Fraga trying to win it. He does for Wethersfield. Got some space. Going to play backwards. Good step there from Karwowski. Spader in the backfield for Wethersfield as Frankalangia comes into the frame. Spader ahead to Fraga. Through the big B. Now Amatovic going to come near side to Daigle. Daigle looking for Sardo. He's on the outside. Plays it ahead to Ali Hodzik. Surrounded. Lays it back for Sardo. Well outside the 18, but going to send a cross all the way through. Gets past everybody. No Ali Hodzik there, or no Amatovic there to get up after that ball. It went all the way through, and Wethersfield loses possession on the far side. 17 exactly to go before this one is over. Wethersfield trying to keep it in this half of the field. Berlin. Nardelli sends one high toward the center circle. Daigle trying to meet it. He does, but it's headed forward by Berlin now. Daigle deflects. Karwowski coming down. Sends it across, looking for Frankalangia. We've got a whistle, and ooh, look at that kick from Frankalangia, and he is frustrated to have that one taken back. But the arm is up. We got an offside call right about the 17-yard line on the football markings. The official very confident in that call. Obviously, Frankalangia disagrees, and that was a great kick to pop that one in the back of the net.
I'm just glad it didn't hit Joey in the face or something. You know, you kind of let your guard down when the whistle blows.
So we stay 2-1 Wethersfield, 16-14 to go. Free kick in the backfield after the offside call. We haven't seen many offside penalties really in this game. It's been a really clean, well-played game. Good goalkeeping on both sides. Good offensive attack. Met by really good defensive efforts from both back lines. Wethersfield trying to win it. Here comes Frankalangia down the far side. Looks like he's got Martinez on him in front of the Berlin bench.
Martinez getting some big minutes in this game, and he's delivering.
Here's a chip by Frankalangia, looking for Karwowski now on the other side. Wethersfield defends one-on-one on the outside. Now 2-on-1. Here is Molas. Sends it far side. Plenty of space there, and that's going to be a low roller that Spader able to get to and send it back toward the midline, but Cole Pike there to meet it for Berlin. Ramirez now for the Redcoats. Trying to keep the ball. Looks like he got past Wyzorik. And here comes Wethersfield now. Naharo sends it down to Ali Hodzik. One-on-one against Nardelli. This has been a good matchup to watch. A lot of contact when these two have gotten together. And Ali Hodzik not able to keep the ball on his foot. Look at Nardelli step through the play. And there's Ali Hodzik coming with a slide. And again, a lot of contact between these two. But that one is no foul. Wethersfield will lose possession, though. Nardelli with a fantastic defensive effort, one-on-one.
Yeah, and Ali Hodzik toeing the line there a little bit between chaos and control. He's got to keep his head in the game. It's only a 1-goal game so far.
Yeah, and Wethersfield knows full well Abayomi had the goal and another fantastic chance in the first half. And obviously Frank Alanja is a talented offensive player with 11 goals on the season. Here he is, tries to split the needle looking for Patrick Sullivan. Martinez holds it off and has to clear. That was the right call. That's going to be a throw as it went over the sideline.
And Sardo's a little bit gimpy here. He was slow to get up on that last one. Eagles have a couple of subs. You got to think he's going to be one of the ones coming out.
3 white jerseys at the midline waiting to come in at the next opportunity for Wethersfield. 2-1 Eagles lead, 14 and change to go in this one. And there's a chance. That's popped toward the goal. It's going to one hop. McKenna's going to take it. Looks like it might have been right of the post. McKenna falls down on the ball, pops back up, making sure he held on to that one. So he's going to let the punt go. It is high. It is well into the offensive half. Cole Pike is there to meet it for Berlin. Ramirez chases it down on the far side. Able to keep it in right in front of the Wethersfield subs. They're waiting to come in. Slide from Joe Baby, I believe, on the far side there. Nicely done. We've seen him play some good defense here tonight. He's got a couple of goals on the season, does Baby. Down the far side is number 14, Ben Wyzorek for Berlin. Wethersfield able to turn it, clear back toward the midline. Pike is there, and here's Najarro now for Wethersfield. Battles against Molas. Najarro able to win it, but nice step there from Ryan Sullivan. Daigle with a step for Wethersfield. Here is Sardo. Looks to be up and okay.
Yeah, see if he's got enough legs left.
Cuts it in, goes to Najarro. Back tap, trying to play Fraga, but not able to make the connection. Wethersfield going to lose that possession. Berlin now in the backfield over the midline.
Ooh,
and Frank Alanja, if that ball had hit him a little differently, he had a breakaway coming, but it hit the back of his heel, bounced the wrong way if you're a Berlin fan.
And Joe Baby hustling to keep that one in.
He kept it in bounds. Oh, all right. The whistle was late.
It was late.
The whistle was a little late. Good hustle, though. I thought he kept it in. 12:33 to go. Wethersfield clinging to a 2-1 lead. It was tied at 1 at the half. Eagles have a goal here in the second half. In the 54th minute, Madi Chignelli able to find the back of the net as we get more subs into the game for Wethersfield. Looks like we got Omer Turgut, Yavuz Ozdemir, and Luca Iannucci into the game. More in the back line. Maybe he's...
Well, he started the season there as one of the outside backs. I think he went in to replace Daigle.
See if maybe Wethersfield in these final just under 12 minutes trying to do a little bit more to protect the lead. Frank Alanja has had a couple of plays that were just inches away from being the equalizer here. Fraga with the back tap, but not enough on it. Mola steps to it. Here's Karwowski now. Good battle from Jao Vizcarra. And Iannucci pops it ahead, but nobody home for Wethersfield. Nardelli going to settle, steps through the circle across the midline. Plays far side now. Wethersfield has to find the defense. There's a ball played ahead, looking for Frank Alanja. He's got a... I think he flicked it with his head. Let's see if he did. That would be a goal kick for Wethersfield, and it is. Boy, good service played ahead. Frank Alanja made a run between two defenders, able to get his head on it, but just not able to move it toward the goal. So Wethersfield with the goal kick. Amatovic will take it. McKenna directs traffic. Ball is sent high through the circle. Bounces once. Ozdemir able to tap it back to Omer Turgut. He sends a right-footed ball, looking for Joe Baby down the far side. Hustle then again from Baby, and unfortunately will not get to it for Wethersfield. It goes over the side. So a throw coming for Berlin in the backfield. We're under 11 to go, 10:42 on the clock as the seconds continue to tick down here. Ball played high, looking for Frank Alanja. Again, he's going to get to it as maybe a little bit of a misstep from Spader, but Amatovic with a foot on it. Down goes Frank Alanja, but all ball looked like from Amatovic there. Wethersfield trying to play out of the back. Good job as here comes Amatovic into the offensive half, but Wethersfield
be careful with those runs.
Loses possession. Here come now the red coach trying to find Frank Alanja up front, but that's going to get away from Berlin.
Yeah, Amatovic, we'd love to see him go up. He's a dangerous player wherever he is, but with a 2-1 lead and 10 minutes to go, most important thing is don't allow them anything easy. And the best way to do that is to keep yourself centrally located.
All right. We will, as we have this goal kick opportunity, we will once again give thanks to our camera operators tonight, Ephraim Powers and Charlie Aglico from the Wethersfield JV team sticking around to watch this one. Whistle blows, and it's going to go back to Berlin. Okay, so while we haven't had a lot in terms of offside, we have had quite a few foul calls against Wethersfield tonight. And all of them deserved. That is not a complaint against the officiating. Just a comment on Wethersfield having some attacks that have been thwarted here by the foul calls. Right at the midline, or just a half yard inside the offensive half, this is number 17, Camden Nardelli. He unloads. It is high. It is in toward the 18. A lot of action there. It's headed by Spader. There's one going toward the goal. Deflected by Amatovic before it gets to McKenna, and then cleared out of there by Iannucci. So it's going to roll over the side, and that'll be a throw deep in the offensive portion of the field as here comes Samuel Abayomi back into the game for Berlin as the Redcoats are trying to find the back of the net and tie this one up in the final 8:48. Clock continues to roll. Ryan Sullivan going to take the throw. Eagles in white looking to mark up. Redcoats in red trying to find an opening. Ball comes in. Nice throw. Headed toward the goal. Fraga had it. Now it bounces around. Goes far side. Martinez able to get to it first. Sends it high and toward the offensive half, toward the midline. But Wethersfield not out of the woods yet. Here's Baby with a left-footed ball. Goes over the midline. Ozdemir and Nardelli are one-on-one. Nardelli going to get to it and send it far side. And Berlin able to keep it in. Nicely done by Nardelli to get the ball out of harm's way but keep it in play.
Good pressure from the sophomores here.
Amatovic lays it off to Turgut. He sends a right-footed ball trying to find Ozdemir. A lot of contact there. Ozdemir able to stand it up. Fraga now with the ball. Makes a move. One-on-one with Pike. Lays it off to Baby. Quick touch. Ozdemir will try to pull back. Good step from Pike. And here come the Redcoats now toward the midline. Abayomi. Iannucci now for Wethersfield. Settles it off his chest, off the back of his neck. A lot of contact as Abayomi goes down, and we've got a whistle. So free kick coming just about 5 yards into the backfield, or into the offensive half, we should say, for Berlin. It's quickly taken by Nardelli, looking for Frank Alangia up front. Got it on his foot, one-on-one against Amatovic. Stands it up, he sends one toward the goal.
Man.
Abayomi had a dangerous run happening for Wethersfield, but that ball just not able to connect. Good cross from Frank Alangia, looking for Abayomi there.
Yeah, and Wethersfield defended Frank Alangia very well, but had that ball been a little bit slower, Abayomi was right there, and nobody to defend, just Joey McKenna.
So Wethersfield hangs on to the 2-1 lead as we hit the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes to go before this one is in the books. Eagles have the 1-goal lead as they claim the ball. Vescara had it down the side. Wethersfield trying to keep it, but look at the pressure from Berlin. Nardelli well up. He goes down.
Yeah,
that's going to draw a whistle.
We haven't seen him jump this much into the offense. This might be their sort of late game plan. Get him kind of like the Eagles do with Ramo. Take some chances.
So Nardelli with the hustle wins a free kick just about 11 yards into the offensive half of the field.
Wethersfield brings everybody back, as they should.
And they bring 4 to the side in terms of substitutions at the next opportunity. That ball's laid off. Here is Pike. He's going to unload the left foot, sends it high. It's going to go in the air to McKenna, and down he goes to make sure he keeps that one from bouncing back out. Cole Pike had plenty of space, and he took advantage of it. Took the open shot, but McKenna able to take it out of the air and then fall on. Here comes Wethersfield trying to go the other way with Ozdemir. He's 1-on-2. He's going to get to the ball, though, potentially.
And remember, Nardelli's not back in the middle of the field just yet.
Ozdemir battling for Wethersfield. Taps it back. Ryan Sullivan on the defensive effort for Berlin. This is a great one-on-one battle here. Ball tapped forward by Ozdemir. And that's deflected. Let's see which way we go.
Great hustle by Ozdemir there.
What a battle. Yavuz Ozdemir and Ryan Sullivan one-on-one here on this near sideline. We got 4 subs into the game for Wethersfield. It looks like Daigle, Sardo, Ali Hodzik,
and
Naharo. So Wethersfield getting some players back into the game as we go to, and they got this done just in time. The clock does not stop here as we're over the 5-minute mark. Daigle is going to take the throw.
Although we did stop the clock, I think Wethersfield took their time on the throw-in. So.
Wethersfield a little too lackadaisical here. A little too nonchalant, but here we are. Clock goes back in motion, and Berlin trying to turn it. There's a step from Amatovic as Abayomi was roaming. Amatovic all the way into the offensive portion of the field. Lays it off for Najarro, trying to find Ramo Amatovic. He's got it on the outside. Cleared there by number 18, Owen Holland. And Berlin trying to come the other way. Under 5 to go now. Wethersfield clings to the 2-1 lead on the road at Berlin.
And Nardelli's making a run upfield.
Ryan Sullivan plays it toward the near side. Kept in bounds nicely by Frankalangia. He's got to go into the backfield, though. Good step from Sardo. Pops it over the side. Frankalangia takes it. Deep throw coming. There's Nardelli making the run. Good header back. Looking for Abayomi. Wethersfield. Spader with a step. Amatovic. But there is Nardelli in the 18. And
we got
that
a whistle before that.
Ball, wow, he was whistled off. It looked like Nardelli just a step ahead of the action as that ball moved forward. Wethersfield escapes. Danger again off the attack there from the Redcoats. 4:14 to go. Second half, 2-1. Wethersfield on top. Free kick for Ramo Amatovic in the backfield now after the offside call. Amatovic unloads. It's a line drive. It is into the offensive half of the field. Ali Hadzik is going to get whistled there. You could see it a little bit too much in the back as he tried to create space.
Yeah, a little shove just to get his guy off balance, and it worked, but the referee was right on top of it.
And he definitely got the Berlin defender off balance, but not quite the right way to do it. Official right there watching. Here's Pike now with a free kick in the backfield. Left-footed line drive. Whoa. Off of Vizcarra. He shanked that one. It's going to go over the sides. That's going to be a deep throw now for Berlin. Ryan Sullivan has it. 3:28 to go. Second half action. Ball comes in. Molas able to head it toward the top of the 18, but Amatovic sends it high into the night sky. Pike and Ali Hadzik. There's going to be maybe some contact here as they go after this ball. Pike with the header. Najarro now for Wethersfield. High. Another header for Pike. Sends it up to Patrick Sullivan, number 5, down the side. Come the Redcoats. Abayomi gives chase, but that ball is cleared by Gus Spader for Wethersfield. It'll be a Berlin throw in the backfield. In it comes. Into the front court quickly with Abayomi against Spader. Pressure from behind by Wethersfield. The ball moves forward. Here's going to be an opportunity maybe for Molas to load up. It deflects off of Daigle. Header by Frankalangia. Wethersfield trying to get it out of there. Berlin trying to turn it toward the goal. Abayomi had a chance, but Amatovic had a foot on it. Here's Ryan Sullivan now. Sends it toward the goal. That goes wide left. And we've got stoppage of the clock at 2:31 as we've got an injury for Wethersfield. Can't quite make out who that is.
I think it might have been Fraga. If you don't see him standing up, he was involved in that little mix where I think he took a foot to the belly as he tried to block a shot.
So some opportunities taking shape offensively for Berlin. Wethersfield able to somehow keep the ball from getting on goal there as that shot ended up going just wide left. McKenna looked to have a read on it, but did not have to make a save and smartly let it go. So a goal kick for Wethersfield as we got clock stop 2:31 after the injury. We will restart. Looks like Fraga is okay, going to stay in. And here we go. Free kick. Final 2:30 of this one. Wethersfield on top 2-1. Berlin trying desperately to find the equalizer. Oh, ball rattles around there. Dangerous play potentially, but here he is now one-on-one Abayomi and Spader. And look at the defensive effort from Gus Spader on that far side. That goes into the trees. Looks like a deep throw. That'll be number 5, Patrick Sullivan, going to take it for Berlin. He lines it up as if it's a corner, but I think that's a throw.
Yep. Yeah.
And they will back him up. Very deep throw. It goes into the 18. Headed by Wethersfield, but the wrong way. Frankalangia against Amatovic. Ball still in bounds. Bicycle kick from Frankalangia. Headed by Karwowski. Look at the save for Joey McKenna to keep this at 2-1. Sebastian Karwowski for Berlin had a chance, but McKenna there with the save. We stay 2-1.
Yeah, that ball somehow stayed in.
Berlin on the attack. Nice back tap from Ryan Sullivan. Amatovic sends it in the back of 2 of his teammates. Wethersfield, Najarro sends it far side, trying to win it. Battled against Holland over there. And ball goes over the side. Berlin going to take over. 1:24 to go. Redcoats trying to mount the attack again. Wethersfield just trying to hang on at this point. Ball booted there by Spader. Comes back out. Berlin going to win it. It is high, right in the middle of the field.
Oh.
Viscara with a little bit of contact there. Nice step there from Spader on the far
Spader's
side for Wethersfield.
Today.
He sends it forward, and that's going to be helpful for Wethersfield. 1 minute to go. Down goes Ali Hadzik. He pounds the turf, but Cole Pike comes out with the ball. Nice play from the Berlin defender. Here's Fraga. Laid it off for Ali Hadzik. He's onside. He's got a chance on the breakaway. Ali Hadzik sends it off the post. Neporowski came out. Ali Hadzik sends it off the post, and back into play it goes. And here's Neporowski coming the other way now for Berlin. 37 seconds to go. Met at the midline by Chicknelli. Good battle for it here. It's going to be played as a high ball into the offensive half for Berlin. Sardo trying to get to it for Wethersfield. He's pushed off of it by Molas. That's going to draw a whistle from the official up front here. So 20 seconds and counting to go. Free kick in the backfield for Wethersfield. That might have just done it.
Ramo plays it quick.
And here's Ali Hadzik with another chance. He's onside again. Can he make the move? Neporowski comes out. Ali Hadzik going to take the shot. It's in the back of the net, and there's 3-1 Wethersfield as we tick down 4 seconds on the clock. Tariq Ali Hadzik puts the Eagles on top now 3-1. He did a nice job staying onside, and the ball played out. Neporowski, who's been fantastic in net tonight, made a couple of plays. Tariq had to work for that goal, but eventually stayed with it and able to find that bottom corner. Eagles on top, 3-1, a goal in the 80th minute. For Tariq Ali Hadzik on the season, that is going to be his 5th goal of the year. So that ties him with, well, it would have tied him with Ramo Amatovic, but he got his 6th earlier in the game. So they stay 1-2 in the overall goal scoring for Wethersfield. So we're going to line it up in midfield. It's 3-1 Wethersfield, and that's going to do it 2-1. There's the horn, folks. An action-packed and exciting game. We thank you for joining us. Are we going to take a quick look at some of the highlights from this one? There's a lot to pick from.
We're going to go in reverse order here.
All right, reverse order.
Let's take a look here at Tariq's goal. Look at the composure. He gets the ball in the box. 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then plays in the empty net. But now we're going to jump back to the game-winning goal from Chicknelli. We are tied at 1 in the second half. Free kick for the Eagles here, and the ball pops out and then is cleared. And as it pops out to Naharo here, look at the left back for Berlin. Keeps Chicknelli onside. Good little finish there. That is your game-winning goal.
All right, so an action-packed game. It was a fun one to call. We again thank the staff here at Berlin High School for their hospitality. We always have a good time calling a game from here. They make it a very good venue for us, and we appreciate that. 3-1, Wethersfield on top, and earlier it was the same score, 3-1 Wethersfield girls at Catone over Berlin today as well. We'll be back on the live stream Wednesday afternoon, 3:45 kickoff for Wethersfield girls against Newington. Thanks for joining us. For Tom McCarter, I'm Dave Gustafson, and also giving thanks one last time to Ephraim Powers and Charlie Aglico from the JV team for running